certain people perceive reality differently. Certain people use different concepts to navigate reality. And the concept that is expressed in the same way can be astronomically different between two people. Take, for example, the concept of invisible life forms or demons. For one person, a demon means one thing, and for another person, it means another thing. To this person, a demon is a dark energy that somehow is alive and that wants nothing good. For another person, a demon is a set of pointers that are not friends with themselves, that lie to themselves, and the lie is expressed in suffering. And some concepts are solid, such as the concept of a tree. I'm seeing a tree in front of me right here, and I can touch the tree, and I believe that it's a tree. I even go as far as to say that I know that it's a tree. And other things aren't like that. Other things are liquid. And the liquid thoughts you cannot touch because your hand goes right through it. Now, what you can do is you can be a suit and tie philosopher, but those are really boring, because what you do if you are a suit and tie philosopher is you freeze the liquid thoughts so that you can touch them, and it's just very cold. So I don't recommend doing that, because philosophy is sort of like playing with liquids. It's a little bit like that. Now, when you're playing with different kind of liquid concepts and ideas, it can be very easy to cause misunderstandings, because one person might take one thing for another, and what you can get is a lot of fear and a lot of misunderstandings, and also religions can be created and stuff like this. So one person might have a lot of thoughts. He might think that reality is against him, that there exist invisible life forms that want nothing but to destroy and steal and leech off of other things in reality, and also at the same time that there are good invisible forces, but it's mostly about darkness, and a person can see this and they can think, oh, this must be the most boring thoughts ever. They are not useful, they are scary, they are just straight up ugly. But For another person, concepts expressed in the exact same way can be the most beautiful concepts you can imagine. Take, for example, the concept of people being fake. You can have a person in the year 2020 talking about how people are replaced, talking about how people are fake, talking about how people are replaced with a plastic replica of that person. Instead of the person that was there before, there's now a replica made out of synthetic material and with instead of a mind, it's synthetic parts. Now, somebody can look at this thought and think to themselves, this is the most unattractive thought I have ever heard. I don't understand why this person has this thought, and I'm disgusted by it. It doesn't make any sense to me to have this thought. That's the first example. The second example is a man and a woman are in a relationship in the 90s, and they talk about people being fake. And they are talking about people. They are talking about not people being replaced by synthetic versions. They are talking about some kind of dark energies that come and make people not do what they really want to do, make people not be authentic and stuff like that. And this couple that has these thoughts and discuss these thoughts, they don't really understand what the cause of the people being fake is, but they understand that there's something, and maybe they're scared that it will happen to them, but they also believe that it hasn't happened to them, and therefore they feel safe and powerful. And they discuss people being fake together. And this, for them, is a really attractive thought. So the same expression, or these are different concepts, but they're expressed in the same way. And for one person, they hear the expression and they think this is the most ugly thought that exists. And another person hears the expression and they think this is the most attractive thought that exists. And if I'm talking about people being fake, what do I mean? Well, I have my own ideas. And ideas doesn't always have to be logical and scientific. Ideas can be very irrational and abstract. And I'm having an idea in my head, and I'm expressing it in a way, and people hear the words that I say, and they get their own idea in their head. And like this, one expression can be the most unattractive in the world to one person, but the most attractive in the world to another person. So yeah, this is an example of liquid thoughts. This is a concept that is hard to make sense of in your head, because liquid thoughts are sort of like just reaching your hand out and trying to grasp things around you. Yeah. And that's philosophy. And yeah, so so when a person is attracted to something, for example, an idea, their attraction is going to attract a lot of energy. And this is some physics or metaphysics of maybe psychology, but this is true. And this means that if I'm having thoughts and concepts, I'm making up my own concepts, and I'm very attracted to them, other people are gonna be attracted to me because they're gonna see that I have something that I find attractive, and they're gonna want to know why I'm so attracted to it. And now there are two different options, two different ways this could turn out. The first way is that the person labels you as a mad person or a schizophrenic person with thoughts that doesn't make any sense and shouldn't make any sense, and thoughts that are a form of a sickness, sort of like a tree mushroom growing on a tree, a parasite. That's the first outcome. The second outcome of this attraction is the person listening to what I say and making sense of it in their head. And coming to a point where they say, yeah, this person is not crazy, this person is just playing around with concepts and ideas. So those are the two outcomes. Now let's go back to thoughts being attractive. Let's take, for example, the thought about people being fake, or the thought about gang stalking. Gang stalking is a good one, because for the person that has it, it's a very attractive thought. You are being gang stalked. You are the targeted individual. If you have this thought, you will be very attracted to it, and you will see yourself sitting on a pedestal, because you are the targeted individual, and therefore you have something that they don't. And because of this, the thought of gang stalkers will be very attractive to you. Just like the couple in the 90s talking about people being fake. Those thoughts are very attractive to them because it heightens them. It makes them better than everyone else. Because they are not fake, or maybe they're afraid of becoming fake too, but right now they are not fake. And they talk about people being fake. They talk and they talk and they talk. And the more they talk, the more safe they feel, because they get to conclusions, they uncover, they discover things. And there you have thoughts that are very attractive. And like I said, if you're attracted to if you're attracted to a thought, people are going to be attracted to your attraction. And if people don't understand where that attraction is coming from, there is going to be a misunderstanding. Yeah, there is gonna be a misunderstanding, and it's gonna be ugly, and there's gonna be there is gonna be fighting things that doesn't exist, sort of like a schizophrenic person that fights demons in his bedroom, and everything goes full circle. So I like to think of philosophy as playing around with thoughts and ideas. Kids can be philosophers when they talk about whether spaghetti and meatballs or lasagna is the best food, or what color is your favorite, or kids having a discussion about animals. This is a philosophical discussion for kids, but for adults, it's about more complicated things, because adults are smarter. But philosophy is not the same thing as science, because science is analyzing everything from a scientific view and taking statistical notes in order to understand something. And philosophy is putting everything on the table and playing around with it, turning it around, looking at it from different points, from different views, from different angles, and discussing it like a kid that has a discussion about what color is their favorite and why, and which color is the best, and so on.